Can we drink as much as a plant?
Princess and Bear, today we're here at EPCOT for the International Flower and Garden Festival because we want to drink up all the liquid just like the flowers do. So, as your number one choice in food infotainment, we're going to investigate these drinks so you don't have to. So remember, she's vegan. I'm not. I am not a flower.
It's time to foodie and chill. I appreciate every cast member that has had to put up with me to call a chef to confirm things like this slush. But this is a slush with gin. There is a non-alcoholic version as well. Both are vegan. It's very watermelon forward, not a lot of cucumber. If you like watermelon like I do, you're gonna love it. Somebody like Bear, he's probably gonna spit this out. I would give it a 4 out of 5 watermelons. It's very watermelon-y.
It just seems somebody in Disney culinary has finally found my weakness. I will consume watermelon when forced and with alcohol. That is, it tastes like a melted watermelon Jolly Rancher refrozen into a slushy with a big hunk of watery nothing on top. Some of you will love this. I do not. 1.5 out of 5 points. Here we have a beer flight from the CommuniCore Plaza booth. These beer flights are always sort of like a Russian roulette grab bag of drinks because we assume normally when you grab these that it's going to be left to right and then going down on the list as far as like what's what. But honestly, we don't know. They're very rarely labeled. So I'm going to start from here. We're going to work our way over it. So first up, I'm going to assume, like the confidence of a man, that this is the Ommegang Melon Falls Watermelon Kolsh, which is short for Shorten Your Name. Honestly, I taste neither water or watermelon, nor melon. It just tastes like liquid scratch pad. It's a little bitter, but it's crisp. It's not really heavy. It's a doable, but it's not. I don't think I would order a full-size one of these. I would give it 2.75 out of 5 plus. The middle one here, this is usually a safe bet, is the Orange Blossom Brewing Starlight Papaya Pilsner. If you ever want to know the secret to these little wood things, press on the sides, then lift your beer. Don't just pull it, press on the side, lift beer. So you don't spill it over your leg like I have done thousands of times before you figure that out.
That one has honey.
Now this one does have honey in it, so not vegan. You can kind of taste the sweetness in it. You get like that very, very light papaya. It drinks almost like a cider rather than a beer, but it's very light. This I probably could have had a 12-ounce for and been perfectly fine. I may be coming back to visit this one later. Give that 4 out of 5 plus. Last up, this little deliciousness. This is supposed to be the Southern Tier Brewing Strawberry Shortcake Imperial Ale. Literally, I think we need an assistant to just stand over my shoulder and say out these names because I'm going to get tongue twisted before this day is over.
The blueberry crumble cake doesn't actually have...
Okay, now this one does have lactose in it. Not so much it's going to cause me problems, but you definitely get the very, very forward, like strawberry shortcake. You get like that light fluff of like pound cake with a little bit of strawberry, just a little bit of like whip in there almost. It tastes like you're drinking a strawberry shortcake, as it should given the name. That one is actually quite delicious. If this is vegan, the princess would probably devour this cup whole, plastic and all. 4.75 out of 5 plus.
Collective Arts Brewing is here, and we have a spring Pilsner, so let's spring into a Disney World trip. It tastes like a beer. It's not too hoppy. It's not too soft in flavor. It's just kind of nutty, almost like a dark beer, but not. I'm not mad at it, but like if it's your first time drinking beer, you're probably not gonna like this. But if you're like a senior beer drinker, you will appreciate this. I'm gonna give it a 3 out of 5 beers. It's not the best beer in the world, but it's also not terrible.
On this flight, we have the Bee Nectar Peach Tea Mead. Now, almost every single mead we have ever come in contact with has honey in it, so obviously it's only going to be for me. If you do come across a vegan mead, I would love for the princess to be able to try one. Let us know if you found one in the comments below. Until then, I shall suffer horribly through some of my favorite things, both peach tea, and mead. Ooh. That's delicious.
Good thing you're not sharing.
You know how they have those beer spas? Like you like bathe in like a tub of beer? I'd bathe in this. Splash my armpits, wash my face with it. But it's delicious. It has a really light peach flavor. Like it literally tastes like peach tea with a little bit of sweetness turned up a little bit. It's very drinkable. It's like a cider, but not. A little bit thicker than a cider, but not like syrupy. I could do with a full-size one of these. 4.5 out of 5 plus. I'm not gonna lie to you, a lot of the times we read the names of these things before we start these videos, or this like section, because we're like, we need to make sure we get this right to the best of our ability. And we try to do it from memory, even though we have papers and cards and things that have it on here. I'm cheating today, okay? This is ridiculous. Gulfstream Brewing, Les Rêves de Monet, lager with lavender.
You ruined that.
That is a whole sentence of me butchering
French.
Les Rêves?
French.
I'm not good with French. Is it Rêves? I know we have French community members. Feel free to correct my horrible diction and pronunciation in the comments. I really don't mind. It's how I learn. But with lavender, that scares me. It looks innocent enough, right?
Yeah, yesterday was way higher. Everywhere was like an hour. Yeah.
It's like liquid carpet powder. You know, like that powder you lay down, like the Arm & Hammer powder in the vacuum?
Vacuum? Yeah.
Yeah, that's what it tastes like. Like that smell is the flavor. And it's just, it's not like a hoppy or bitter, but it's just bitter enough with the lavender that it feels more hoppy than it actually is. Like I can feel it in my spine, and not in a good way. I'd say 1.5 out of 5 plus. I wish the princess could drink this because I don't want it.
No.
I don't want it. If you want to know if we truly commit to our mistakes or we just throw things away, there are some things that we throw away. We usually film those. But how we commit to our mistakes? This is a lavender beer. This is the Pilsner, which is okay, but not great. Lavender?
Oh my god.
I don't have to deal with either of them. Pain is over.
Drink your meat.
Meat's delicious. I'm sipping this.
Wow.
All is right with the world.
Back at the land cart, another day to try this tropical smoothie. Unfortunately, Bear cannot have it because it has pineapple, banana, and mango Dole Whip all mixed together to make one beautiful piece of non-alcoholic sweetness. And an edible flower. Sometimes they'll even put a pineapple in there. Sounds like Bear's dream. explain it. It's got banana notes with mango on the back end. It's giving me kind of like the orange bird drink, but a little more on the sweet side. It actually tastes like a smoothie instead of like a slush. And that is where it gets points. So if you want something that is sweet, delicious, and tastes like a smoothie, but not like a freshly made smoothie, an artificial smoothie, this is a smoothie for you. I would give it a 4 out of 5 smoothies. It's smoothie.
So here we have the coconut water. You have literal coconut water with Siesta Key coconut rum. I have been dreading this one all festival. Coconut is not the top of my list. I don't dislike it as much as the Princess, but I definitely don't love it either. And coconut water, well, I'd most rather drink toilet water in most cases. But again, we do this so you don't have to. Oh. That was rough, to say the least. Like coconut hail on my taste buds. Like nothing. There's something enjoyable about coconut water. And those of you that swear up and down this is the most delicious thing on the planet, I feel like it's a conspiracy, and you're lying to me. Like conspiracy of hopes and dreams for us all. Like this is not good. I don't want to drink this. We commit our mistakes, but this is punishment. This isn't just a mistake. This is an aberration to alcohol and cocktails everywhere. That is a 1 out of 5 clause. If I'd had room, it would have been a 0. I still kind of feel like it should be a 0. Don't drink this, unless you just like to punish yourself.
There's regular coconut water.
But don't want that either.
Calling this a mimosa because it's sparkling wine. It's vegan sparkling wine, and then there's extras in here, but the predominant ingredient is a sparkling wine. So I feel like it qualifies as a mimosa. This one is a St-Germain elderberry. So the sparkling wine is very forward, and then you have like a hint of the Saint-Germain at the end. And I think that if you're like a introductory gin drinker, this is probably a good entry for you. I'm not mad at it. I would give it like a 4 out of 5 sparkling wines. It is beautiful. And I don't even like gin like that.
So sparkling wine with the liqueur, the elderflower. I feel like the only reason they called it a cocktail is because of the liqueur and not just juice. But if you gave me the liqueur on ice in a cup, I'd be upset because I would call that juice. So no matter which way you slice it, to us, this is a fancy mimosa. And given that it comes from Yacht Club, those illusions of grandeur make a lot of sense.
Sangria?
A lot of sense. All in all, honestly, it's not terrible. Elderflower drinks can go one of 2 ways. Most of the times it goes bad, but sometimes it's good. This is on the plus side tolerable. I could do a full one of these. I would give this 3.5 out of 5 plus.
This is the Lemoncello mimosa. It is Lemoncello and the dose, I forgot the name of the wine, or sparkling wine, but you've already seen it in the description. So if not, make sure you go read our descriptions, because not only do we put them in the video, but we actually put it in the video description with timestamps. So if you want to know what's allergy friendly or not, sometimes when I forget to put something in the video, like the actual video, I will update it in the description. So highly recommend you check out the description at all times. Now that I'm done with that tangent, mimosa. Limoncello is already a hard sip, so to add things to it, I don't know. This is like a not good lemonade. Like I would rather go buy a lemonade from one of the kids that's like raising money on a street with their little lemonade stand than something like this. This is bad. I would give it a 1 out of 5 limoncellos. This is not my jam.
Here we have the Limoncello sparkling cocktail. And see, we were having a discussion off camera. Discussions we should probably have on camera sometimes. We go back and forth about that. But are New Englanders just appropriating mimosas and sangria? Because is a sangria just a Spanish mimosa, or is a mimosa just an English or Italian sangria? I don't know, because I go either way. They're all basically the same drink. Just slight differences in wine choice and sparkling or not sparkling, and then what you mix in. But on the base, it's wine mixed with something. Mimosa, sangria, or a sparkling cocktail. We should all just agree to drink to get along. This gives me lots of very bad ideas. Our mimosas at home are already dangerous enough. If you've been here long enough, you know. If you're new, we like our mimosas like a 80-20 split. I'll give you a guess what 20 is. Now, what if I remove 10% or 10% of that juice and replace that with limoncello? That would make for a very good Sunday brunch, or whatever day we decide to have mimosas. 4.5 out of 5 plus.
This is an Aperol drink with sparkling wine. Not sure how I'm gonna feel about this one. I'm not a big Aperol person. Okay. It actually isn't terrible. And I think that's because there's ice in it and it melted, so I got like a watered down version. I think if it was pure, I would have some issues. But this just tastes like an orange mimosa to me. Like not orange juice, but like orange flavored. And I'm not mad at it. I would give it a 3 out of 5 sparkling wines.
The orange cocktail, and I don't know what planet Disney bar menus are living on, but I do not consider Aperol to be orange liqueur. Aperol is pain. Aperol is for people that don't have taste buds. That's for like the Prosecco with a little bit of Spagliato people. That's your thing. Aperol is an abomination to liqueurs everywhere. Why anybody want to put that in a cocktail, I have no idea. Every single cocktail that we've ever had Aperol in it, I've hated. I've drank it, but I hated it.
It needs to be like Grand Marne or Triple Sec.
Yes. Those make more sense. Grand Marne would be perfect. As far as when it comes to Aperol, I got hate in my heart. We are not friends. It's like Drake and Kendrick, and I'm definitely Kendrick. I'm an Aperol hater. Now, I'm not boycotting Aperol like I do Fireball, because I swear on this channel, I will never drink Fireball ever again. I'm done. I'm done. But Aperol, you're getting close. Be in P's and Q's. I agree with the princess. Thank God for melted ice. Because otherwise, I feel like this would have been terrible. The second I saw the cast member lift that bottle of Aperol, I was like, I've made a mistake. Somewhere in my life, I went wrong. And it was probably entering the park today. Either way, you got 3 decent cocktails. If you're curious, you can get the flight, but honestly, you can just order the other 2 full size, and you'll probably be a lot happier at the end of the day. I'm giving this one a 2 out of 5 claws. It got lucky with the ice cubes, but it does not have potential whatsoever.
This is the Frozen Desert Violet Lemonade. This is Minute Maid frozen with 2 different Monin syrups to create this beautiful non-alcoholic concoction. Now there is an alcoholic version as well, but we didn't get it because it has a mango foam on it, so Bear can't eat it, so we just went non-alcoholic this time. It tastes like a frozen violet lemonade. It's more like Tortuga Tavern back at Magic Kingdom when they were serving the desert pear slush. Is very much like this. I wouldn't go out of my way to get this, but it's decent. I would give it like a 3 out of 5. I'd rather go get a violet lemonade in Japan Pavilion.
Violet lemonade with an edible floral. Be aware that if Disney ever puts a flower on something, it's 100% edible. They will never put a flower on your stuff that it's not edible. That's just not something they do. Tastes like violet lemonade. Frozen. Very sweet. Too syrupy. Very much artificial. But it's a good treat. And not for the mango foam, I probably would have been interested in the alcoholic version. This one is just too much sugar, and I'm not sure it's worth the squeeze. 2.5 out of 5 plus. So because I'm a guinea pig for our community, we got the pineapple float. So it's a pineapple Dole Whip with pineapple Fanta. Now pineapple Fanta is not vegan, even though the pineapple Dole Whip is. So be aware, for our plant-based folks seeking this one out, if you made it to the Bear Eats video,
Drink video.
Drink video, rather, you can't get this. You get the pineapple Dole Whip, you just can't have the drink.
Oh no.
Somehow, pineapple Dole Whip has returned. I knew that was going to happen because it was filled to the brim when we got it, and it's only melted since we got here. Call it Mount Vesuvius, but pineapple, and nobody died. Pineapple Fanta is objectively one of the worst Fanta drinks, so trust me when I tell you, you are missing nothing. If you really want pineapple Dole Whip, just get a Dole Whip and skip this. Once you end up sticky like me. I would give it a 2.5 out of 5 plus.
We got a lemon sorbet float. You can always get a beautiful liquor float here at Swirled Showcase. It's a great addition. I kind of miss the Starbucks there, but it's fine. No, I don't like it. The lemon is nice, but the hoppiness of the beer just completely detracts from it entirely. I'd rather have the sorbet by itself than in this beer. I would give it like a 2 out of 5 beers. This is not my jam at all. But I think if you like IPAs or like really hoppy beers, you'd probably be into this.
I'm not gonna lie to you. I kind of cheated when I sat this on the table. Part of the beer fell on my thumb and I licked it because it was sticky. And that alone tasted like Winnie the Pooh's sweaty bottoms stuck in a burrow under the tree. So my hopes are not high. We're gonna do this my way. It's really the only way.
Dirty.
The lemon Dole Whip feels like an apology for the pale ale you have to drink with it. But you don't have to drink the pale ale with it. So why am I apologizing for something I don't have to do? Ugh, that is god-awful. I can understand what they were going for, but of all the beers you have at this festival, why this one? 1.5 out of 5 flaws. You can, you shouldn't. Refreshment Court wants to be Refreshment Outpost, but as much as they also sell the tallest festival beers on World Showcase, they're never as good as Refreshment Outpost. But every once in a while they get lucky. So this is a Country Boy Raspberry Lemon Hard Cider. What makes it hard? Who knows? But apparently you can just say you are and then you are.
Okay.
So we'll drink to that. It drinks like a slightly carbonated Starbucks raspberry refresher. It's kind of meh. Like, yeah, you get a raspberry flavor, and it's technically a cider. There are people that will love this. I'm just not one of those people. It's okay. 2.75 out of 5 balls.
My favorite drink of all of the festival is this drink. And they use a Living with the Land flower that is edible in every one. So enjoy the few Canadian vegan beverages that you can while you can. Oh yeah. Beautiful, gingery, flavorful, springy, great to drink at any time of day. I would give it a 4 out of 5 whiskeys.
The return of the king of flower and garden drinks, the Peach Smash. Hidden away at the popcorn booth here in Canada, this is the drink that my dreams are composed of. Whiskey, peach juice, a little bit of floral. I feel festive. I'm never going to say no for whiskey, because if you're not drinking whiskey with me, you're drinking whiskey against me. I don't know what Canadian angels sound like, but it's probably something like, hey, wonderful. 5 out of 5 claws. If you just gave me a backpack full of this to drink around the whole festival, I would do. It's a 5 out of 5 claws. On my bearing says, if you get any drink, this flower and garden, make it a peach smash. Smash.
The Woodchuck Cider, returning friend here. We got a tiny one because we got a lot of drink today. It's like the worst kind of tropical fruit punch that you could buy in like the cartons. Very like syrupy. Not my jam. I would give it like a 2 out of 5 ciders.
We have come across and decided to imbibe the Woodchuck's Imperial Tropical Hard Cider. I got this 6 ounce because historically, off of YouTube, you don't usually encounter very many in the parks. I have not always been a fan of the ciders that Woodchuck has produced. And I don't think it's Woodchuck's fault. It probably has to do because in my, I'm going to say my youth, in my dumber years, I used to mix Woodchuck with Fireball a lot. And I'm probably somewhat traumatized from that. Either way, we're trying it based on its merits. Sharp aftertaste, a little bit of overly sweet. I don't really get tropical from that. This is a cider. I suppose there's a little tingle, which would be considered hard, but there are still better ciders to be had at this festival. I'd give it 2.5 out of 5 claws.
Would you say it gives you a little cider tingle?
Like a spider tingle? Maybe like a 1 out of 10 on the tingle scale. If there is a tingle scale, that's not going to be a thing.
This slush we verified year over year over year is vegan, available here. It hasn't changed. It's still beautiful, and I don't understand why they put the lime because it gets hard in the slush part. But it does add some flavor. This one is a little heavy in the rum. A little citrusy, a little I don't know. They're on some interesting life choices with this one today. It doesn't always taste as like tart and weird as this. This is like eating straight grapefruit. I would give it a 2 out of 5 slushes.
Year over year, when we get the any sort of like slushy from Alla Fresca, they do basically the same alcohol with some reimagining of flavor. So again, we have the Don Q rum, which we know is vegan, and this year we got branded Simply Lemonade and Simply Grapefruit. Simply Lemonade, one of my favorite lemonades, and I am a sucker for anything lemonade. Ooh, very tart. The grapefruit definitely ramps up the tartness. You get that like slight bitterness that you get with grapefruit. It sort of cuts almost through the lemonade. You can barely taste the lemonade. And I don't like that. It's like eating grapefruit rind. I had hopes for this one. And now I'm feeling like the sins of the past are coming back to haunt me. 2.5 out of 5 claws. Get it at your own risk.
So we have a bottle of sangria. It is locally sourced from Florida, vegan and gluten-free. Woot, woot, woot. Hurricane 5? Hurricane? Yeah, Hurricane Class 5. So this better knock me on my butt at that type of force winds. If Dole Whip were a beverage, it would be this. This tastes like pineapple Dole Whip liquefied. I don't like it, but if you are a pineapple lover, you will love this. For me, it's a 2 out of 5. If you like pineapple, probably a 4 out of 5, but ain't nobody got time for that.
Apologize, our Florida friends. I am trying to slowly turn the princess to a Floridian, but she is a Californian. Bit by bit, we're getting her up on the hurricane lingo. She's almost there. She's like 90% of the way from being an adopted Floridian. But you have this category 5, because we like our storms strong here. Sangria, tropical even. You know, even with the whiff, I'm getting a whiff of the tropical. Woo! Okay. The flavor is definitely given tropical. I'm getting the strong notes of pineapple and a couple other berries in there. There's a little bit of cherry in there as well, but it's a flavor punch. I can get where the category 5 is coming from. Honestly, I would buy some of this for the house.
Ew.
I think with some fruit, like in a glass, I'd kick my feet up and watch the hurricane winds blow by. I'd give this one a 4 out of 5 claws.
Actually answered our email this year. I'm so excited. So I am proud to reintroduce the Three Daughters pomegranate cider to our drink video. So crisp, so beautiful, so lovely. You really get the tartness of the pomegranate coming through. I would give it a 4 out of 5. Three Daughters. We love and appreciate you, Three Daughters. Thanks for answering our email.
Tangerine Cafe, and basically the home of the ciders. I'm honestly lost at why Tangerine Cafe even ever closes anymore. The menu, aside from the ciders, never changes. You just have a cider rotation and just stay open at this point, you know? Here we have a pomegranate cider from Three Daughters. Thank you for answering our email. We've been waiting for an email response to you for a long time, but we appreciate it. Tastes like a pomegranate ought to taste. Nice, clean finish. A little tart, but not overly so. That mild sweet you get from pomegranate. Quite drinkable. This is a cider life. I give it 3.5 out of 5 claws.
We have a honeysuckle pear cider that is Keel Farms in Morocco, returning friend that we love and appreciate. Ooh, It tastes like applesauce in all of the right ways. I love this. I give it a 4.5 out of 5 honeysuckles.
A pear honeysuckle cider. Even though pear does rank probably amongst my like top 3 fruits, I usually avoid pear ciders because I find them either one, horribly artificial, or overly sweet. Sometimes both. And pears are one of those things like you can't ruin for me. I don't want artificial pear. I want pear, organic, or nothing. You know what I mean? It's giving me nothing. If I was to compare this flavor to a real life institution, it would be the federal government because I paid for it and I literally get nothing out of it. The pear is barely there. I get a little bit of the honeysuckle, but it's just like, as far as ciders go, it's kind of dull, oddly enough. And Kill Farms usually makes some really good stuff. This one's just not giving. There are better ciders to be had in Morocco. I give this 2.5 out of 5 plus. Here we have the nice pomegranate mimosa. I guess this is the year of the pomegranate for Morocco, but got nice little pomegranate seeds floating around there. Just don't choke on one. Or go and lodge in your teeth. It's there for decoration, mostly. You know. Ooh. Now we do at home, often, quite actually, do pomegranate juice mimosas. And it's a delightful treat. The ratio in this for a mimosa is not what I would expect, but these are pre-mixed, so your mileage may vary. It has potential. It's not meeting that potential, but it has that potential. 2.75 out of 5 plus.
A non-alcoholic boba drink for all our boba lovers. Boba. That tastes like one of those candies, like the dollar candies you get like on Halloween that is melted on your dashboard, and then for some really ridiculous reason you decide to eat it anyway, and then you have like all the little crusties and things in there. Terrible life choice. Do not like, not my jam. 1 out of 5 bobas.
Here we have the Crafted Coho. It's a black grape juice with strawberry popping boba at the bottom. Our non-alcoholic friends, we don't ever forget about you. We're always trying to find the best beverages that you guys can drink, festival, table service, quick service. I have hopes this is going to be one of the best drinks for you because it sounded good in my head. But we try these things so you don't have to. I definitely taste the black grape. Black grape has a much more, I would say, tart flavor and like less sweet than normal grape, but it's still very much on the sweet side. I wish they'd given them, didn't have the straws up there, like boba straws, where you get like the boba and the black grape at the same time. So like all the boba are like sunken treasure here at the bottom. When I get to that, it's going to be a surprise. But for now, it's not terrible. But I feel for like a crafted boba, they probably should have given you something double this size. I would give this 2.75 out of 5 claws. It's got some work to do on itself, mainly.
This is the Parish Brewing Ghost in the Machine Double IPA. I am scared. Yep, that's an IPA. It's very floral. It's very not my jam, but if you're an IPA person, you will love this. For me, it's like a 2 out of 5 IPA. It's just way too floral.
Ghost in the Machine, and I don't think they're talking about Scarlett Johansson in live action anime. remake, but we're drinking it anyway. This is looking like an unfiltered monstrosity. Already, I'm afraid of drinking this and gaining some sort of superpowers, though I'm sure I will not be that lucky. It is, I would say, midway on the bitterness scale. It's like it's got a little bite to it, even like a hint of citrus. You're definitely going to taste this double IPA. You IPA fans will drink this and stir up and down. This is made of pure gold. Even the rest of us know that most IPAs, about 98% of them, are pure trash. And this is definitely not going to change anybody that doesn't drink an IPA. This was not changing your mind. I'm giving this 2.5 out of 5 claws. It's drinkable, but I really don't understand why you do that to yourself.
Then we have the Von Trapp Vienna Lager. This one actually looks like the one I feel like I'm going to enjoy the most. We've had Von Trapp at EPCOT before at previous festivals, and it's usually been pretty good. This one's a little more like nutty, kind of like a Newcastle style beer. Very rich, but not too hoppy. I'm not mad at it. I don't think I would want more than like the sample cup though. I would give it like a 3 out of 5 yeasties.
Remember, press down, lift up. Von Trapp Vienna Lager. If I was lucky, it would taste like a Vienna sausage. I'm probably not going to be that lucky. Cheers anyway. It's crisp but hoppy. I think it's almost more hoppy than a double IPA. It's got a little bite at the back. That is going to be a super slow sipper, but I can understand the appeal to some people. This, for me, if you're not getting the flight, is not worth more than a 6 ounce. I give that 2.5 out of 5 plus. So we have the Wicked Weed Brewing Twist Belgian style white ale, and honestly, you lost me at Belgian. After Belgian, I stopped listening because as long as it's got Belgian somewhere in the name, on the box, the label, maybe the guy on the label looks Belgian adjacent, I'm going to drink it every time. Oh yes. I think there's this consistent theming of mid to high bitterness on the flight in the Magnolia Terrace this year. This one's no different. It's definitely more light body than the rest of them, but it's still rather bitter. It's probably the least bitter of the 3, but still in the bitter. I would give this one a 2.75 out of 5 claws. If you feel like skipping the beer flight at Magnolia Terrace this year, I really don't think you're going to miss anything.
We got the Kiel Farm Cider, and if you want a full beer, the Outpost is where you need to go. Cheers to Kiel Farms. This is a really nice beer, though a little bit artificial tasting. Not my first choice, but I'm not mad at it. I wish it was a little more fruity and less artificial tasting, but I would give it like a 2.5 out of 5 beers.
Kiel Farms back in it again with another unique set of beverages here at EPCOT Flower and Garden Festival. Every year, they bring us more odd things to drink, and I do love my odd things. The Refreshment Outpost is still usually one of the best values for your adult Disney buck because they have the largest beers for somewhat reasonable prices as far as Disney goes. Kiel Farms this year has given us a strawberry hibiscus hard cider. Strawberries and floral. Makes sense. Ooh. I worried that the strawberry and hibiscus would sort of clash, but it tastes like something you would buy at Bed Bath & Beyond. No. Bath & Body Works? Yes. But then you could drink. Still a little bit sweet. It is a tad artificial, but honestly, it's a flavor I can get on board with. I give that 4.5 out of 5 plus. Here we have the Pollinator's Paradise Lager from Crooked Can Brewing. A tall glass of pollinated deliciousness. It tastes like something a bee would drink. It's definitely a bit bitter, slightly floral, but crisp, but not so much so as like I'd throw this in a bush. The bees, if they were here, would probably fight me for it. 3.5 out of 5 claws. Here we have a Gulfstream Brewing Humble Bumble, not to be confused with the video game bundle that donates to charity, but I'll drink it all the same. Ooh. That is good. It's a nice lager with a slightly, like, earthy sweetness to it that makes it very drinkable and very smooth going down. If you are one of those people that doesn't often drink craft beers and have trouble maybe stepping outside of your comfort zone, I would say that the Humble Bumble is the place that you could start. Give that one a 4 out of 5 claws. All hail the lucky peach schnapps, because we could all use a little bit of extra luck this year. This is peach whiskey with a peach schnapps, frozen. Got a little bit of a charred lemon here on top. We were unable to confirm if the whiskey is vegan or the schnapps, so I had to take one for the team. Woe is me. That is a syrupy boy. Like, I feel like somebody just poured honey all over my body. And not in the Winnie the Pooh kind of way. In the, like, Jeff Goldblum in The Fly kind of way. I would give this a 3 out of 5 claws. Here we have the Key Lime Goes from Charles & Trellis, a nice key lime beer. Oh my God, that smells as strong as like a Bud Light lime. I was not expecting that initial whiff. Why am I smelling the beer? I don't know. Mouth puckering delicious. I am not like a sour or tart beer person. That's usually the Princess's Jam. Unfortunately, we're unable to confirm this one is vegan, so it's only me drinking it, but she would make this entire cup disappear. Me, I'm going to struggle bust my way through it. I do like it. It does taste good. I just don't like my mouth to pucker for beers. If it was a margarita, I probably wouldn't care. But for some reason, for beers, I complain. I guess it's the nature of the human condition. We will always find something to complain about. We're very good at that. 4.25 out of 5 claws.
This is the Three Daughters Brewing Orange Blossom Hard Cider. Cheers to Three Daughters, finally answering our email. No, sir, I don't like it. It's way too orangey for me. It's like orange soda mixed with orange juice in the wrong kind of way. I don't like it. I would give it a 1.5 out of 5. Not my jam.
Three Daughters Orange Blossom. Obviously in the Odyssey of Flower and Garden, it is going to be orange on orange on orange. They don't just double down, they just are the orange in this place. Even our table is orange. It is nice and orange looking. It's feeling very Florida. I question if that's even beer or cider. That's just thin orange juice at that point. If you like your alcoholic beverages a little juicy, this is for you. If you had blindfolded me and told me this was couple day old fresh squeezed orange juice, I probably believe you. 3.5 out of 5 plus.
This is the Brewdog Rice Lager. Oh, it looked like it was like a dark burgundy in here, and now that I lift it up, now I think it looks like the right color. I thought it was like yuzu should be like a yellowish, and it just didn't look that way. So, cheers. If you like yuzu, you're gonna love this. For me, not good. Very yuzu forward, like 80% yuzu and like 20% beer. Not my jam. I would give it a 2 out of 5 beers. But if you like one of those types of beers, you might be into that.
I have grown a certain fondness for rice lagers. It's probably because me and the princess's slight addiction at our core of rice. We can't live without rice. Rice is like having paper towels in the house. Like, we legitimately cannot live without rice. Yuzu, on the other hand, is something that we only really come across when we're out. If you've never had yuzu before, it's like it's an Asian citrus fruit. So anything along the lines of citrus, that's what yuzu's gonna align with. It's like an Asian version of like a lemon shandy. It feels like somebody literally just squirted lemon in my eyeball. Hence the squint. You have to be of a particular taste family to enjoy that. Apparently, I have been excommunicated. That is a 1.5 out of 5 clause. If we had been outside, this gives me throwbacks to one of our first Flower and Gardens where I literally spit the lemon-based beer in the bush. It's exactly where that would have ended up. Here on the end, remember, press down, then lift. We have the Copper Point Brewing Lemon Meringue Blonde Fruit Beer. I like fruit beers. I'm not a huge fan of lemon meringue. Maybe this will convert me. This is less lemon and more lemon-flavored fruit snack. You know, you get fruit snacks, and obviously they're assorted fruit, and then you go to the yellowish-looking one, and it's like an orange or a lemon, but you can't really tell. And obviously, those are the worst ones in the package, and nobody wants those anyway. That's what this tastes like. I don't really hate it, but I don't exactly love it. To me, it's like the yellow Starburst. If you ask for it, I'll probably just give it to you. 3 out of 5 plus.
The orange lemon smoothie, this one has been mentioned by the vegan peoples multiple years over year. We just haven't gotten it. But this year we were on this big smoothie kick. We've had, I want to say, at least 4 vegan smoothies at this point. I don't know where this is going to be in the video, but hopefully it's at the end so that you know that we've had all the smoothies already. Otherwise, spoilers, there's lots of smoothies. Cheers. It tastes like an orange creamsicle. I'm not mad at it. I like orange creamsicle. I don't think I could get an orange bird sipper of this. This is what is inside the orange bird sipper. I guess it tastes like an orange bird, but you really gotta like an orange creamsicle because it's literally what it tastes like. I would give it a, I don't know, 2.5 out of 5 creamsicles. I like a good creamsicle, but it needs to be popsicle form, not liquid form.
If there's anybody from Disney Culinary watching this, I know there's a couple of you. I'm not gonna call you out. But you know that you can make non-alcoholic drinks that aren't slushies, right? If you need ideas, there's a couple bar managers over at Grand Floridian that do an excellent job of that. But not everything needs to be frozen. I love smoothies. I'm a smoothie nerd. I will take a smoothie with a thick straw when it's 30 degrees outside. But not everybody wants a smoothie. And I gotta speak up for that.
I'm sorry, I've been sitting here. Let me run real quick. Drink my water.
I highly doubt you have a dog.
I feel like I just suckled at the teat of a sentient orange creamsicle. That is some creamy non-dairy orange smoothie. It's not bad. It's tasty. Got a little bite to it. It leans into citrus but not too heavy. And it won't upset my stomach. I approve. I feel like it needs something else though. Like orange is great. Maybe you should stuck like a banana in it or something. I don't know. 3.5 out of 5 plus.
The Three Daughters Coffee Blonde Ale. Cheers to Three Daughters. Oh, wow. That's like drinking a cup of coffee, like straight, like black coffee. I'm glad I got a small size. Yeah, you gotta be a coffee lover to like this beer. I would give it a 3 out of 5 beers.
Coffee blonde ale, because a true EPCOT foodie will do anything for a pick-me-up. If I gotta drink coffee beer in order to make it through the end of this festival, I will do that happily. Even if it's only 6 ounces. Whew. You definitely get that coffee flavor like right at the top. Very crisp. Not as bitter as expecting. It does have a little bitterness to it. Very like mid on the bitterness scale. But not like that harsh aftertaste. It's not given like IPA levels of bitter. It's very drinkable. If you like a coffee beer but like to avoid things that are like as heavy as like a stout or a porter, this is the coffee beer for you. I would give this 4 out of 5 plus. We've come. We have drinking the things so you don't have to drink them. Now, you always comment below.
We got alcohol, non-alcohol, all the things that we could possibly drink.
Yes.
And if there's anything that we missed, we will be back in April and May. So please make sure that you comment the drinks that you want us to try.
There's been a lot of interesting floral drinks, different constructions of drinks, and we're excited to do more if that comes up. Now, as always, if there's anything else you can see us do, the comments will always be a place to find us. Hit that notification bell if you want to see other videos like this, and
We have new videos 5 days a week, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Saturday.
we'll see you soon.
Be sure to subscribe and like this video. And if you don't comment, Bear will yeet himself out of the EPCOT and never come back.
I was actually thinking about moving into the sinkhole and just floating there for the rest of this YouTube channel. But you heard the girl.